Welcome back to Go Hypergrind. This will be the second half of the first level. Now, I didn't mention it at the end of the last video, but I backed out halfway through the level and saved because this first event coming up it's one that I really don't like, and I'm going to explain why, but basically it's long, it's sort of tedious, and I'd rather start up my save right there, so in case I have to restart. And then I realized the game doesn't save unless you get all the way through a level. So I had to play the first 2 rounds again. Which is kind of going to compound the problems I'm going to have, because, well, again, you need to play the first 2 rounds first. And I mean, High Score and Simon Says aren't super hard.
Right.
But
if you fuck up the third one,
it's still fairly annoying.
It's annoying that you'd have to go back to through the first one.
I'm trying to hype it up without really saying anything about it, but alright, here we go. This is going to be a battle, and it is going to be like a kind of a direct competition between you and everyone else competing against you, which, in the first level is everyone, because no one's been voted off yet.
Right.
So what you need to do for battle is, you need to get in a negative reaction state, and you need to attack people with the weapons given, and you try to drain their health before they drain yours. Which, I mean, it doesn't sound super terrible.
Right.
Might even be an interesting extension if you didn't have to do it 4 times.
Oh, God.
And, in a game based around tricking and based around, interacting with the level, it is sort of clunky going against an AI and trying to fight them. I mean, I've done events like this before, back in Toxic Grind. What was I even trying to say?
I think you were trying to combine Toxic Grind and Go Hypergrind.
Back in Hypergrind.
Hypergrind, yeah.
Toxic Hypergrind. Oh, man. But back in
Go Toxic Grind.
Go Toxic Grind, I feel like. Yeah. Shit, I feel like I need to write that now. But back in Toxic Grind, you had to compete against other people, but they never really got in your way. And you were still just trying to get more tricking points. But here, you need to find them in a level, and you need to attack them without getting hit. And if you get hit, you lose your negative reaction state, you lose your weapons, and you have to ride around and find new weapons.
Back, yeah.
If you get hit, the AI will spawn camp the shit out of you.
Oh, that's nice.
In the same way that I spawn camp the shit out of you.
Now that's you throwing doors?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I might need to have a medical procedure done to have my eyebrows removed from the back of my head. Because look at this.
Yeah, I mean, some people can't open doors. It's just a flaw.
You're hurling doors at a cat.
Oh, it's okay. You'll see with the other attacks. But, alright. I just smashed shoot behind me and I won.
Great.
There are a couple other LPs of this game on YouTube.
Really?
And nobody likes the battle sections. Or the race sections. The race is in the second level. You'll see that.
Oh, God.
And so I've actually cut out a couple of these. I made it up to the finals. But also, the battle and the race sections are very important for another sort of thing. You saw that I competed against Penny first.
Right.
And then I competed against the Johnson brothers second.
Yeah.
So because I eliminated Penny in the first round, she gets basically no points. And I'm moving on to the final round, and I'll at least get 10 points. If Penny had beaten me in the first round and had moved on up here, I'd get no points and she'd get a lot of points.
Right.
And considering that she is basically always has the second highest points, that's all going to really compound if you don't stay ahead and win.
Right.
I'm going to get at least 10 and she's going to get 3. So I get 7 points ahead of her, whereas she could have gotten 7 points ahead of me.
And that would have been really, really bad because the rest of the time, even though you're good at the other events, they're still harder, or they're still, the gap in points is not as big.
The first time I played this game, I got 2 levels in. I got past this level and the second level, and I was 20 points behind the second place person. I don't think I would have been able to catch up. I mean, I'd have had to start doing really great. So, I mean, what was I going to do? Like, start resetting levels if I didn't get all the points? And so that's why the battle and the racing events are kind of really tough, because a lot more rides on them. Because with the tricking events, you can't exactly stop the second place and third place people from getting, you know, more points.
Now, here you're using the C stick to attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have full direction on where your attack goes.
I think it's just forward, left, back, and right.
Okay.
I don't think there's diagonals.
Because, I don't know, some people might not be familiar
Yeah.
with the GameCube controller. The C stick is the second stick. So you're using I'm assuming the main control stick to move. And then you've got your C stick to attack in different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you throwing sake at people?
I'm throwing bottles. We're
Popping bottles.
We're popping bottles.
Yeah, popping boobs, popping bottles.
So, I know I'm probably not the best with words, but you can just kind of see. There's not really much strategy, and it's kind of tough to get screwed over. And it's even tougher in the racing events to get screwed over because, well, you'll see when we get there. And actually, I was kind of panicking so much, I forgot to, you know, hit the X button and get that.
Oh.
So, you know, now I'm basically jumping around like a fucking house of pain, trying to get this person.
Jumping around like a house of pain.
There's not really, it's not like I need to win this because, again, I've knocked out Penny, I've knocked out the Johnson brothers, and I think this is Miss Piggy, or whatever her name is, and
we'll just call her Miss Piggy.
She'll be pretty low on the leaderboards. I don't care if she gets 12 points and I get 10.
Yeah.
But riding around in circles, mashing the C-stick, I somehow get her.
Yep.
So, there, I get 12 points, Penny gets 3 instead of the other way around, so I keep my lead. So it's actually most important, the beginning is actually the most important part of this game. You need to do well in the beginning.
Right,
and
establish a really good
lead.
And
then you can start slacking off later. Now, I feel like I understand that I've probably been, like, being super serious and bagging on this game the entire time. Sounds through the videos. Again, the tricking sections I really like, and even like the Simon Says games and the mini games, I really like them. And you know, you could see me riding around and interacting with the levels and having fun.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Yeah, rolling. It's just those battle sections and those race sections are A, really, you know, kind of go against the rest of the game, and B, are the most important parts of this game in doing well.
That's interesting.
Again, especially something you don't really want to look forward to, since if you want to restart, you'll have to repeat all the events before that.
Yeah.
What One Link Appeal is basically, you get, you know, one chance. Well, technically you get 2 chances, but once you start a combo, that combo is the combo that you go with. You have to make this as long as possible and get as many points as possible.
That's pretty disturbing right there.
Yeah, covered in shit, decapitated, set on fire. Today is not a good day for, I already forgot her name again.
We'll call her Wendy.
Wendy, yeah. Today is not a good day for Wendy.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't ever been covered in shit and been on fire
and decapitated. Yeah, no.
But I can say that I have hung out with pieces of shit. Like that kid, what's his name? Blackout the MM.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
We've been on a couple of his videos.
Yeah.
You know what? Any of you watching, right? If you're listening to me right now, go look up Blackout the MM. He'll probably leave a comment on this video. Click on his channel, right? Dislike every video on his channel.
Yeah.
Every single one, especially the ones we're on. We're never working with that kid again.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
Dislike, unfavorite, unsubscribe.
Yes. If it's possible for you to unshare him on Facebook, unshare him on Twitster, on Tumblr, on Friendbook, Yahoo Finance, you know, all of your social, you know, become his best friend on LinkedIn. Don't know. Worst enemy on LinkedIn.
So, I kind of played a pretty safe combo first, and, you know, got a few things and then did some tricks, because I didn't want to screw up the first combo and then have to do well on the second.
Right.
Because, I mean, you screw up the first combo, you screw up the second combo, you get 0 points, someone else gets 12 points, instead of you getting 12 points and someone else getting Sub-Zero.
Something else.
Again, you know, early in the beginning, you want to get big points instead of having others. But along with getting first, aside from getting more points and a higher ranking, you also get money. So that's where the money comes in to buy upgrades. And this game actually has a fairly intensive upgrading system. Not really upgrading, but like kind of changing around the stats. Buying items that might lower one stat but upgrade the other.
That's interesting.
Did I get to say at the start of the first video, I feel like I started, but then I didn't, the difference between air and ollie, those stats?
You said you weren't quite sure about that.
I think ollie stat is how much height you get from jumping off of the ground, and air might be how much height you get going off of a ramp.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I think you did mention that, but that's, I mean...
Anyway, this minigame is smashing into cars, and as long as you stay on the wide open street on the left side, you'll have, you know, more than enough opportunities.
That kind of reminds me of Saints Row.
Yeah.
You know, insurance fraud.
Yeah. We're,
doing insurance fraud before it was cool.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Oh, right into...
Oh!
Oh, and then kind of a lame...
Hit by a truck straight into boobs. Let's play Go-Go Hypergrind. I'm sure something awful's gonna love that thread.
Can you just make that the GIF for this video? Like just
Sure.
getting hit by a truck.
Hit by a truck straight into boobs?
Straight into boobs.
Oh, story of my life.
Yeah, story.
Yeah.
Story of
I was running to high school with a piece of toast in my mouth, alright?
Right.
And then I dashed out into the
nearly
street.
late. Almost late.
Almost late. I got hit by a truck. I got sent flying into these,
Over
like,
rooftops, flipping out.
Yeah, flipping out into these, like, quintuple F breasts.
Yeah, he just lands face first.
Yeah.
Just, you know, right there. And she was like, "Oh my!" And then you were just like, "Sorry, miss." And
Yeah.
You like ran away, and then you came back, grabbed your toast out from between her tits, and then you were
I
gone.
didn't have time to eat.
Yeah, no. High school was a crazy time.
Elementary school was a crazy time.
Yeah, elementary school, man.
And it's not every day that you're a magical mummy schoolgirl witch.
Getting flung into boobs.
Getting flung into boobs, the Go-Go Hypergrind story.
Yeah.
Again, though I may sound serious and a little bit negative,
That was definitely serious.
that was definitely pretty fun. And there's always cheat codes for unlocking all the levels.
Yeah.
So next time on Go-Go Hypergrind, we're going to the Wild Wild West.
Ooh. That
So,
sounds...
you know, we're going to be cowboys,
yeah.
baby. See you then.